All right, so I just got back from watching Scary Movie, the sixth Scary Movie. This one, I guess, will be called Scary Movie 6 or Scary Movie 2026, whatever it is. It's been a while since the last Scary Movie, Scary Movie 5, which I think came out in 2013. So it's been a good while, and this is also the first one since Scary Movie 2 that has the Wayans brothers involved in writing and acting and all that stuff. So I've only seen the first two Scary Movies besides this one. And I also don't have any nostalgia for the Scary Movies. I saw them recently in preparation for this one, so I don't, have the nostalgia goggles on. But look, these movies are not for me. I think a good parody could be funny if it's clever, and I know comedy is very subjective. What one person finds funny, another person won't find funny. And I just find the humor in these movies to be mostly, not all, but mostly pretty unfunny. I think the jokes are just pretty predictable. They basically all amount to, hey, here's this recognizable thing, and now it's weird and goofy, or, and, and you're supposed to laugh. And I will say there was a good quarter of my theater, people in the front row. I think it was like the front two rows of my theater were laughing at most of the jokes, but everybody around me was mostly silent. So take of that what you will. I think that kind of is a good representation of if you force the whole entire population to watch this movie, I think a quarter of the population would find it funny, and then the other 3/4 would like chuckle every now and then at some jokes. But yeah, anyway, that was my theater experience. So I guess I could recommend this movie if you really like the scary movies, especially the ones with the Wayans brothers in them. But I don't know. I've heard some rumblings that even fans of the first two don't like this one. But then again, there are people laughing in my theater. So again, comedy is weird. It's subjective. All I can tell you is I didn't like this movie very much. I didn't find it very funny. It was also kind of incomprehensible, where the first two at least had a plot, so there's some structure. This movie has a plot, but then it loses the plot around the middle, and it's just random scenes happening. Just random scenes, and they don't have much to do with each other. So yeah, not a big fan of this one. Yeah, those are my thoughts on Scary Movie.